Intense hardship and trials. When Allah loves a servant, He tests them most severely. This isn't a punishment, but a divine gift reserved for those Allah wishes to elevate in rank. According to Islamic tradition, the prophets faced the hardest trials, then the righteous, then others according to the strength of their faith. Prophet Ayyub endured years of illness and the loss of his children and wealth, yet his rank in paradise became immeasurable. Prophet Yusuf was thrown into a well, sold into slavery, and imprisoned for years before becoming a ruler. These aren't random sufferings, but deliberate spiritual refinement, like gold purified in fire. The key difference from punishment is that these trials come with inner peace and bring the believer closer to Allah, even as their external circumstances crumble. When you see someone enduring unimaginable hardship, yet growing in faith rather than breaking, you're witnessing this divine selection in action. Sabr is mentioned over 70 times in the Quran, but the patience Allah grants to certain believers goes far beyond simple endurance. This is what scholars call sabrun jamil, beautiful patience, which means remaining not just calm, but genuinely content with Allah's decree, without complaint or resentment. It's a supernatural steadiness that makes no logical sense to observers. While others break under pressure, these believers remain unmovable, like mountains in a storm, their roots going deep into trust in Allah. Prophet Ayyub exemplified this when he lost everything. His health deteriorated to the point where only his tongue and heart remained sound. Yet he never complained about Allah, only about his own pain to Allah. This type of patience isn't learned through books or self-discipline alone. It's a gift Allah places directly into the heart, often only after testing someone with circumstances that require it. The person themselves might not even realize they possess it until the moment demands it. Himma is an elevated spiritual ambition that Allah places in certain hearts, making them deeply concerned with the hereafter while remaining strangely detached from worldly pursuits. According to Islamic scholars, this isn't the same as poverty or asceticism. A person with himma might be incredibly wealthy, successful, and surrounded by luxury, yet their heart remains completely free from attachment to any of it. For them, acts of worship feel light and joyful, while worldly concerns feel heavy and burdensome, which is the exact opposite of how most people experience life. Abu Bakr, the Prophet's closest companion, once gave away his entire wealth for the sake of Allah and returned home smiling, unburdened. When asked what he left for his family, he said he left them Allah and His Messenger. This wasn't reckless irresponsibility, but a heart where the eternal had become more real than the temporary. You can't manufacture this through willpower alone. It's a divine gift that flips your entire value system. True righteous dreams. According to Hadith, true dreams are 1/46th of prophethood, but they're not given to everyone. These authentic spiritual visions, called ruya salihah, require a level of spiritual purity and closeness to Allah that most people don't possess. They're distinguished from regular dreams or the whispers of shaitan by their clarity, their consistency with Islamic teachings, and often by the profound impact they leave on the heart. Islamic tradition holds that these dreams most commonly occur during the pre-dawn hours, particularly near Fajr time, when the barriers between worlds are thinnest. They can include guidance for decisions, warnings about future events, glad tidings of good outcomes, or even visions of Prophet Muhammad himself. The companions and early scholars frequently received such dreams, and they remain one of the ways Allah communicates with His chosen servants. But here's the catch. You can't force them or seek them out. They come to those whose hearts Allah has purified, often when least expected. Muhabba. There's a hadith that describes this gift perfectly. When Allah loves a servant, He calls the angel Jibril and tells him of His love for that person. Jibril then loves them and announces this love to the inhabitants of heaven, and finally acceptance is placed for them on earth. This is muhabba, a divine love that manifests as people inexplicably drawn to certain believers. It's not about fame, charisma, or social skills. Even unknown individuals living quiet lives can possess this gift. Others simply feel an unusual trust, warmth, and comfort in their presence without understanding why. They might meet someone once and feel like they've known them forever, or find themselves naturally seeking their company and advice. This cannot be earned through manipulation or manufactured charm. It's purely a reflection of Allah's love for a servant becoming visible in His creation. When you encounter someone and feel an immediate, unexplainable sense of peace and trust around them, you might be witnessing this divine gift in action. Husn al-Khatima. The beautiful ending, Husn al-Khatima, is considered by many scholars to be the greatest gift because an entire lifetime is ultimately judged by how it concludes. This means dying in a state of faith with an easy transition from this world to the next. According to Islamic tradition, signs of a good death can include dying while fasting, on a Friday, in a state of wudu, or while reciting Quran, though these aren't guarantees. The most crucial sign is that the tongue affirms the shahada at the moment of death, either spoken aloud or confirmed in the heart. The face often becomes peaceful, sometimes even showing a smile, as if seeing something beautiful that others cannot perceive. There's a hadith describing how the soul of a believer leaves the body like water, pouring easily from a water skin, while others experience it being torn out. You can't guarantee this ending through a single righteous deed. It comes from a lifetime of consistent faith and seeking Allah's pleasure, culminating in His mercy at the moment that matters most. Shahada martyrdom is the highest honor in Islamic tradition, but it's far broader than most people realize. Yes, it includes those who die fighting in Allah's path, but according to authentic hadith, it also encompasses those who die in a plague, during childbirth, from drowning while defending their property, or even from stomach illness. The Shaheed receives extraordinary rewards, immediate forgiveness of all sins, the ability to see their place in Jannah while still dying, exemption from the trial of the grave, and the right to intercede for 70 family members. These aren't rewards you can earn through seeking glory or recognition. Allah alone chooses who receives this death, and it often comes to those who lived with the Shaheed's sincere intention, but died in seemingly ordinary circumstances. Islamic tradition even speaks of hidden martyrs, people who longed for this path, but never got the chance. Yet Allah grants them its rewards, based purely on their intention. The blood of a Shaheed isn't washed before burial, left as a testament to their honored state before Allah. If you want to see more Islamic content like this, click the video on screen now.